Now let us start the discussion on the type of series, or I would say how many type of frequency distribution we can go for. As we said, when we have data set, a big data set, which is we have written and we have noted down in the form of the ordered array. हमने क्या किया, डेटा कलेक्ट किया, उसको ऑर्डर्ड एरे के फॉर्म में नोट करके रख लिया. Now what we want to do, we have to carry the statistical investigations before starting any type of statistical analysis. What we want the data into a proper format. So proper representation we can see. So one way to represent the large number of the data in a summarized form, it is called frequency distribution. So frequency distribution, what does it helps you? It helps you to compact the data, to summarize the data in such a representable form where we can carry the further analysis easily. So it is nothing but a statistical table that shows the values of the variable arranged in order of the magnitude, either individually or in groups. And the corresponding frequencies are written side by side. If I ask you, in case if we have to represent this data in a table, from how many types are there, or how many types of frequency distribution tables are there? There are of 3 types. Broad category, I can say it is grouped and ungrouped. In ungrouped, I would say it's a individual series, and in grouped, it is a discrete and finally a continuous series. So let us have an example. Like if I have given you the marks of students, and marks are like this: 50, 55, 42, 49, 60, 65, 59. What is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 observation, or I can say marks of the 7 students. ये डेटा अगर आपसे बोला जाएगा कि इस डेटा को रिप्रेजेंट करो in a proper format so that we can go for the further analysis. सबसे systematic arrangement क्या होगा? Smaller values followed by the bigger value in an ascending order. अगर मैं so simple लिख लेते हैं, if I represent marks with the variable x, the smallest value comes up 42. You can check it up, then go to 50. I can write it down. Next value 55. Even if you can want, you can just make sure that you don't make a mistake, because it's a small data, it's not a big deal. But in case if it is a big data, अगर इसकी हिसाब से अगर 50, 55, 100 का data होता, then it would make a difference कि you don't miss anything. You can either strike it out or you can mark it like this. So 55, sorry, I have missed C. I missed 49. So I have to be here. There 49 has to be here. Then comes 60, 65, 59 comes 59, 60, 65. Like simplest way of representing this data into a proper format. Here, this 50 is secured by one student, 55 secured by one student. No repetition of the marks is taking place. Simple way of writing this value in an increasing order. This is called ungrouped data. One category, one type of frequency distribution. It is also called, or you can call it, individual series. So always remember, in individual series, because repetition is not occurring, we need not to club them, we need not to group them. So it is ungrouped data. They are occurring only one times. In case if someone says, okay, what is the role of frequency generally been written? So frequency अगर लिखना भी होगा तो frequency आप यहाँ लिखोगे तो कितनी बार appear हो रहा है? 42 marks कितने students को मिले? 1. 49 कितने students को मिला है? 1. Every marks which I have written down, how many times it has appeared? It has appeared once. So why to need writing this one? There is no need to write frequency. So simply अगर हम data को ascending order में proper format में लिखते हैं, जो data set दिया है, that becomes the first frequency distribution का पहला type, that is ungrouped data, that is individual series. Fine. Come to the next. If I would say this is a simple frequency distribution table, I would say. Now, let us come. If I say same data, but what happens in the case if this increases in the number? ज़्यादा बार ज़्यादा लोगों का डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं तो may possible 50 has been like maybe the marks obtained maybe 2 times it have appeared, One more student I asked, 55. Another student I have asked, it is 59. One more student I asked their marks, maybe 49. In this way, अगर हम ज़्यादा लोगों को ऑब्जर्वेशन लेते हैं और पता चलता है उनके मार्क्स इस तरह से हैं, मीन्स ये जो मार्क्स से रिपीट हो रहे हैं, पॉसिबल है, मे बी सम अदर ऑल्सो, कुछ नया मार्क्स भी इंट्रोड्यूस हो सकता है. More the data increases, more the repetition of values increases, then you need not to write them in the simpler single line. There is no need. अब अगर हम इसी डेटा को अगर आपसे कहते हैं कि राइट डाउन इन द वे ऑफ अनग्रुप्ड और द इंडिविजुअल सीरीज, तो व्हाट यू वुड हैव डन? 42, okay fine, it has appeared once. 49, but now 49 has appeared 1, 2, 3 times. So you need not to write 49, 49, 49. Instead, you can say 49 marks, 42 taken by 1, 49 taken by 1, 1, 1. 3 students. Similarly, 50 marks. How many students got 50? 1. You can strike it out if you want to make sure that you haven't missed anyone. 2 students got 50 marks from this data set. So what I would write, this is in a form of tally. You can do like this. Then you can convert, or you can write down here 1, you can write down here 3, you can write down here 2. Maybe then the form of tally, or maybe you can convert into the number. Come to the next marks. It's 55. Check how many 55s are there. Let's write out 1, 2. I could see 2. Now you can note it down. How it isn't. It is only on you how you make it. Either you strike it out, you circle it. So I have found 55 2 values. 2 times repetition means number of observations. Basically frequency क्या है? Frequency होती है number of observations. So 55 कितनी बार observed हुआ? 2 times. In the form of tally you can write like, and you can write in the numerical forms, either of the way. Come to the next. 59 marks have been observed how many times? It's 1, 2. You can say it's 3. Go up 4 times. So it comes down to 4. 60, how many times is simply the process goes on like this. 63 times. So I've written down 3. And 65, 1, 2, 3. So it is 1, 2, 3. And now once you strike it out or you circle out, you can identify which value you have left. Look, these are all striked out. Only 62 is left, which was not there earlier. So I can place 62 and can write it 1. So 62 strike down. And what, anything left? Yes, see, this 50 has been left. Maybe that we have missed it. In this way, you can identify कि कोई observation अगर बड़ा data set दिया है आपको 50 का, तो उसमें अगर कोई if in case if you have left by mistake, you can identify this observation has been left. You have to add over here. So it becomes everything has been done now. जो data set ऐसा mashed up है, इस डेटा सेट को आपने प्रॉपर सिस्टमेटिकली टेबुलर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. दिस इज कॉल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इस डेटा सेट को कन्वर्ट करने का प्रोसेस है. और एम क्या होता है? ये डेटा सेट थोड़ा मैशी लिख रहा है, एकदम से आप देखकर आप नहीं बता सकते हाईएस्ट मार्क्स क्या है, मिनिमम मार्क्स क्या है. बट अब जब ये इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू द टेबुलर फॉर्म इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल सीरीज और ग्रुप्ड और अनग्रुप्ड डेटा, व्हाटएवर द फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्रोसेस, it is very easy to answer the questions which were there related to the data set. Like, what is the maximum marks? 65. What is the minimum marks? 42. How many students got 59? 4. How many students got 50? 2. Randomly, it doesn't take time to answer the questions like this. The purpose of the frequency distribution is this. Now, we have what we studied, that was ungrouped data in individual series. When the frequencies were 1. जब एक ऑब्जर्वेशन था तो फ्रीक्वेंसी 1 लिखने की जरूरत नहीं थी, हम सीधे मार्क्स की वैल्यू की लिस्ट लिखते हैं. दैट वाज इंडिविजुअल सीरीज. अब क्या हुआ? अब डेटा बढ़ गया. डेटा बढ़ा तो बहुत सारी वैल्यूज रिपीट हुई. जब बहुत सारी वैल्यूज रिपीट होती है तो देन वी नीड टू राइट डाउन हाउ मेनी टाइम्स दैट वैल्यू हैज बीन रिपीटेड. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी. आई हैव रिटन डाउन द फ्रीक्वेंसी. This type of structure, now it no more remained ungrouped. What had it become? Now it has become grouped. Name itself says that you have grouped all the 42 together, you have grouped 49 together, you have grouped 50 together, and another name is discrete. Always remember, when we say discrete series, this is a part of the group data, grouped frequency distribution, and it stands for the values and frequency written in front of it. So this is discrete or grouped data. Now, In case if the data set increases more, और है बहुत सारा बड़ा डेटा सेट है, अब इतने बड़े डेटा सेट को आप इंडिविजुअल सीरीज में करेंगे तो इट विल बिकम सो लॉन्ग. सो व्हाट वी डू, उसको कॉम्पैक्ट करने के लिए हम डिस्क्रीट सीरीज बनाएंगे. डिस्क्रीट सीरीज भी इनकेस अगर बहुत लंबी बन रही है, डेटा सेट और बढ़ गया, आपकी ब्रांच बढ़ गई, आपके बिजनेस बन गए, आपके कस्टमर्स बढ़ गए, आपकी इन्फॉर्मेशन, आपके ऑब्जर्वेशंस बढ़ गए, तब ये डिस्क्रीट सीरीज भी बहुत लंबी हो जाएगी. अब इस डिस्क्रीट सीरीज को कॉम्पैक्ट समराइज फॉर्म करने के लिए नेक्स्ट कम्स इज कॉल्ड continuous series. So we'll go to the continuous series. What is continuous series? It is a part of the grouped data, but it is also called a series which contain intervals. If you remember that you must have seen the data set which talks like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. That type of data comes under the continuous series. If I say I can make a class interval and I can route the frequency, what I'm going to do? Yes, I can, we'll try to make a class interval of the equal size. So we can club these two, we can club these two, we can go to, we can club these two and we can club this. अगर ये और डेटा लंबा होता तो हम इसको कॉम्पैक्ट करने के लिए क्लास इंटरवल कंटिन्यूस ग्रुप डेटा बना रहे. सो 42 and 49 comes can come between 42 50. We can make 52 55, rather 52, yes. Okay, we can take 50 to 60. We can make 60 to 70. See, इतना छोटा भी क्लब इसको और कॉम्पैक्ट किया जा सकता है. 40 से 50 के बीच में ये सारा आ जाएगा. This one. हाँ, one more important point to remember. In this type of class interval, when you consider this 40 in this particular set, we don't take 50. This is called exclusive class interval. जो 50 ऑब्जर्वेशन है वो इस क्लास इंटरवल में नहीं आके यहाँ आता है. 60 अगर कोई मार्क्स है तो उसकी काउंटिंग नेक्स्ट में आती है. मींस जो ये एक्सट्रीम एंड है वो वैल्यू नेक्स्ट क्लास इंटरवल में काउंट होती है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एक्सक्लूसिव सीरीज. इंक्लूसिव सीरीज में दोनों वैल्यूज इंक्लूड होगी, बट उस केस में हम इसको 40 से 49, 50 से 59, 59 से 60 से 69 and it will go. We'll take that in later. This is, let me make you understand, this is called exclusive. Why exclusive? Because 40 is included, but 50 number is not included here. It is included in the next. 60 will be included in the next, like that. Okay. 40 to 50, you club all the values which are 40 to 50. So I will club all this 3. 1 plus 3 plus 3 becomes 7. 50 to 60, I will club all these values. Okay, yes, see, 50, this 3 would come here. So I will minus 3. So make it 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is these two. 50 would be included in the next. Will come up to here. See, how many values will come between 50 to 60? The one observations of 50, that is 3. Then 55, 2. And then 59, 4. So this becomes my observation in this class interval. Next class interval, make sure that this 60 isn't being counted here. It has to be counted in the next class interval. 60, 3, 62, 1, and 60, 65, 3. So it becomes, this become what is called continuous frequency distribution. And specifically of what type? Of exclusive in nature. After going through this type of frequency distribution, you should be able to understand the purpose behind doing all this exercise. First, you want to make the data set which is written in this ordered array to be in a proper presentable form, point 1. Then it should be in a summarized compact form, point 3. Point 2 and point 3, you should be able to answer the questions like those which comes under the statistical analysis, like which is the maximum marks, for how many marks students got for particular value, how many students got marks more than 55. It's easy to answer now. More than 55 means you have to club these values, 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3, and then you can answer it in a very easily. So these types of analysis, statistical analysis, can be done very without time consuming when we convert the data set into either individual or discrete or a continuous frequency distribution form.